Welcome back to Rangers Live. I'm Jada Butts here with you today as we take a look at how the Rangers accomplished the come-from-behind victory in the Mile House City. And later on in the show, we'll catch up with Jeff Bannister as he applauds the resilient ball club.
Today is March 31st, and today is the day that the Yukon Huskies go down.
You had some trouble with your serves in your doubles matches, but you overcame that and got the win. What was your mindset going in that?
Well, TCU has really been playing well. They're under head coach Jamie Dixon. It's his first year. They're just really trying to turn the tradition around in Fort Worth for TCU basketball.
I'm Jada Butts, and this is your look at sports.
Mississippi State is feeling good as they snapped UConn's 111-game winning streak in order to make it to the big stage.
Last year was 60 points, and today you won by 2. What was the mindset going into the game?
Prince Fielder has announced his retirement. The 32-year-old underwent neck surgery just last week before they told him he will no longer be able to play the game of baseball. Let's go to his press conference to see what he had to say.
So Oklahoma State is very tough competition for you guys. What are you doing to prepare for that match?
2 first-round picks in the upcoming draft. There's many reasons why the Dallas Wings should be at the top of your radar for the 2017 season. It'll be a long day, but a great one. So come visit us on Easter weekend.
Hey guys, welcome back to Unscripted, where we have my girl, TCU women's basketball team, Jada Butts, joining us tonight. Jada, 'tis the season.
It is.
I want to know who you're watching, who's your favorite, who you got.
Okay.
Give me all your basketball knowledge.
So I've been watching Baylor and Kansas, of course, because they're in the Big 12. Big 12. So I've watched them against TCU. I've watched them against other teams. Really liking what they're doing. I watched Gonzaga for the first time last night, and they really impressed me. They've been a #1 seed, and that was my first time watching them for whatever reason. But
it's a West Coast team.
Yeah,
We're
just
the
don't
Big
really.
12.
We're Big 12, and so I watched them, and their big man Karnowski is amazing. He's 7 foot, but he leads the team in assists, and it's just like usually your point guard leads your team in assists, not your center. So he really gets the break going, and they're one of my teams that I have in the Final Four just because of their defense. They allow the fewest points per possession. And so, I've always been taught that defense wins games. And so they've been winning. They have a 34-1 record. They've got some All-American guys.
34-1.
34. You've lost one game. Yes. And so now it's just do or die time in March. They've been playing well. So hopefully they can keep that defensive game up and just continue out into until they get to the championship, hopefully.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't have them being in a championship.
Okay. Who else you got?
I have, Kansas.
Okay.
So
big one.
Kansas,
hey, TCU beat them this
TCU
year.
did beat them. But I feel like after that loss is really when they started going. Okay. Josh Jackson, their All-American freshman, didn't play in a TCU game for violating team rules or whatever. But since then, I feel like they've really been playing awesome. He's came back. He's really made his presence known. And so
is he a freshman?
He's a freshman.
He's a freshman.
The freshmen this year in basketball have really been showing
Stepping
out.
up, seniors.
Yes. But, he's a freshman, and he's led by, Frank Mason is a senior, their point guard, and he's really been leading their team. He just can't be stopped. He was a Big 12 Player of the Year, and he's really showing why he was the Player of the Year. So Kansas, I also have Baylor, of course. Baylor
hurts a little bit, but they're so good.
I know. We don't really like Baylor here, but we have to give them their credit.
Right.
Yeah, so Jonathan Motley scoring 17.3 points per game, 9 rebounds, and he's shooting 52%.
Dang.
Yeah, so
good.
Their defense also is something that's really been, helping them. They run an extended zone, and so what that means is they're forcing their opponents to shoot lower percentage shots, three-pointers, contested shots.
The pressure's on.
The pressure is on, and you have basically to beat Baylor, you have to miss shots.
Oh.
And
their neon jerseys are blinding you as they're playing.
Yeah, so you have to be on your game when you're playing Baylor, and while they're making you take low percentage shots, they're taking high percentage shots. They've scored 90 points in the paint this season. And so, they've got some role players they know what they do what they're supposed to do, and they're all led by Jonathan Motley, who scores in the paint. And so Baylor has really been playing well. And my last team, some people might debate this.
Okay.
I have North Carolina.
Oh, they have the history.
They have the history,
track.
yes. They've been here before. They know what to do. They're coached really well. And they are in a shooting slump right now since they've been in the tournament. But I feel like, you trust your instincts, you trust your training.
Right.
Like they've been here before. They have a solid team. I feel like they're their most solid team overall. But they are just, not playing to their potential right now. And once they get back to playing who they are, we're North Carolina, we're going to play, we are the team. Once they get back to that, I trust that they will make it to the Final Four. And so those are my 4 teams.
Okay.
Who do you have?
Who's going to win it all, though?
I think Kansas is going to win it all.
Okay.
Just because they run a 4-guard lineup with Josh at the 4. Their offense is really, really playing well right now. And so I feel like just them as a whole, them as a team, it's going to be really hard to beat. So I have Kansas winning.
Yeah, and they play Oregon next.
They play Oregon next. And Oregon, they did have Krish Boucher. Who would guard Josh would be a good...
Injured?
Yeah, he's injured. He'd be a nice matchup to guard Josh Jackson, but he tore his ACL and he's done for the season. So that's going to be a really hard matchup for Oregon. They'll probably figure it out, but,
We'll see.
We'll see. I have Kansas.
Rock chalk, rock not, who knows?
Who knows?
I'm Jada Butts, and this is your look at sports. The Texas Rangers opened their season Monday at Globe Life Park in Arlington. A sellout crowd of over 48,000 watched the Rangers as they batted their way to a 5-1 lead in the first 3 innings. Rougned Odor homered twice and drove in 4 runs in 3 innings. Cleveland's Edwin Encarnacion tied the score 5-5 in the 8th inning homer off Matt Bush. The Indians went ahead against Sam Dyson in the 9th to take the game 8-5. A disappointing loss, but a promising performance from Odor. In his first 2 at-bats since signing a new contract, Odor became the first Ranger player since Ivan Rodriguez and Gabe Kapner to connect twice on opening day. That new contract, by the way, came with a big raise and 2 horses. That's right, horses. After a 14-year career with the Cowboys, the city of Dallas continues to honor Tony Romo. After a personal invitation from Coach Carlisle and Dirk Nowitzki, the Mavericks signed him to a 1-day contract. While the quarterback didn't play, he did participate in a shoot-around before the game. Romo was honored by the outpouring of support from the Mavericks. Some of Romo's former teammates were in attendance, and he joked with them that he might get more street cred with his 1 day with the Mavericks than his years with the Cowboys. In national news, the Washington Post reports that the man who was dragged off the United Airlines flight for not giving up his seat when they were overbooked was a semi-professional poker player.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! No!
The 69-year-old man, Dr. David Dow, competed in the 2009 World Series of Poker. He walked away with $117,000, but unfortunately, he didn't have that much luck on Sunday. That's all for your sports update. Stay tuned for your local forecast coming up after the break. This season is all about doing what's never been done before, as Kenrich Williams recorded the first ever triple-double in TCU history to lead the Frogs past Richmond with a score of 86-68. He was all over the floor for the Frogs, recording 11 points, 14 rebounds, and 10 assists. Although Kenrich had an outstanding performance, Vladimir Brodziansky posted a team-high 20 points, and he landed himself a spot on the NABC All-District team. This has been an unforgettable year, but the journey continues. Coach Dixon had some kind words for his 4 seniors after the game.
When you come and take a new job, the senior thing is always a challenge from what I've seen and what I've heard. And these guys have been through so much, whether it be the 0-18, as Brandon mentioned the other day, the transfers, the injuries, the Wilkerson grinds, and they just bought in, and they just believed, and they sacrificed. And so to have this be their last game, just I couldn't be happier for them, and so I'm thankful. I'm thankful for this opportunity. I'm thankful for this chance. And when I told them this was a dream come true, but I had no idea that I had 4 seniors that would do the things that they did, and sacrifice and help build this foundation like they did. And our young guys learn from their sacrifices and their commitment. So
Next stop, New York City. The Frogs are set to play in the NIT Final Four against the University of Central Florida in the infamous Madison Square Garden. Be sure to catch the game on March 28th at 9 p.m. on ESPN. For TCU Sports Broadcasting, I'm Jada Butts, and see you in the Big Apple.